Alright guys, so this video is going to be a still life of some veggie scraps that I was cooking with like a couple of days ago. This is the same lemon used in the other artwork, the watercolor one with the veggies, and I just really liked how the light was hitting it. I'm going to show you the reference that I took right about here. You can pause the video, you can look at it. I still haven't figured out how to link images down below. Once I do, I'll be able to add all the images for you guys to be able to look at it yourself and copy if you want to follow along, because this is going to be as much of a real-time video as I can make it. So this is going to be an oil over acrylic painting. The paints I will be using for the acrylic part is Liquitex Basics. I have my palette on the side here. The only paint that is not Liquitex Basics is this one, because I don't have black. I am out of black, so the only black that I have that I can use is my really expensive black, which is my Charvin acrylic, and there's not even a whole lot left in this one, so it's like very precious because this is literally the only tube of black paint that I have. This isn't black, this is blue shadow, so yeah, this is the only tube of black paint that I have left. I have white, so that's not a problem, but now it's black, so I'm gonna have to make do when I get to like the background, because the background, as you saw, is my cutting board, and there's a lot of detailing in that cutting board. So I mean, I'm not gonna focus too badly on like extreme details for the acrylic underpainting, because the real star is going to be, if I can get them, oil paints. I'm going to be using not like these regular oil paints. These are for a different video. I have water soluble oil paints that I will be using in this video. So once we get to the oil paints, these are what I'll be using. But I do have a video coming for actual oil painting. However, I'm still waiting on a couple of colors before I can do like the actual oil painting. So we're gonna get on to the acrylic underpainting. Now, this is not a tutorial. I'm gonna say that now. This is not a tutorial as to how you like do all the details and all of that. I'm simply going to paint this. I will give you tips along the way if there are tips that I think will be helpful for you. But a lot of what I'm doing with the acrylic underpainting is just blocking in the colors. Once we move on to oils is when we'll get to the tips. Like, well, not just tips, but the details and whatnot. So I've already sketched out the art, like the outlines of the lemon, the garlic, and the ginger, and the sugar snap peas. So now all that's left to do is to do the acrylic underpainting, and then the oil painting, like the oil over painting. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Before we get started, I know, I'm sorry. If you don't have the exact brand of paint that I am using or the exact colors, I mean, if you're doing a realistic, like as realistic as possible type of art like I'm gonna attempt to do here, I would try really hard to make sure to have the right colors. But what you want to do also is focus a lot on the values. So my tip would be take the photo and put it in black and white first, and then see where all the actual values are. That is how you can easily tell. I'm going to show you a black and white version of the photo here. You can pause and you can see where all the values are. And then I'm going to show the colored one again here. And then you can see what my goal is for the end product for this painting. Now, I know with the watercolors I can get done in one sitting, but I know with this, for you guys, it'll feel like one sitting, but it's actually not. This is probably going to take me a week to do, and with oils dry a lot longer than acrylics, even water-soluble oils. Now, the reason why I'm using water-soluble oils is because of, well, I don't have a really good room that has really good ventilation, and I don't have everything that I need to make a good oil painting. So once I have that stuff though, I will work with like actual oils. But yes, that would be my tips to you. I hope those help, and hopefully you were able to understand what I was trying to explain. So finally, without further ado, let's get on to the painting. I decided to turn this into 2 parts because it would be way too long of a video. It already is very long. It's 28 minutes, 23 minutes long, and I feel like if I combined the oil painting along with the acrylic underpainting, yes, it is all one painting, but I think for ease for you guys, I'm going to do it into 2 parts. So this video is only going to be the acrylic underpainting, and I guess this one would be just for a more enjoyment watch, whereas the oil will have a little bit more talking, like advice and whatnot, because acrylic painting, the acrylic painting isn't really like necessarily meant to be like fully detailed, even though I do end up making it pretty detailed in the end. That you saw the thumbnail, so you see how detailed it looks. That is honestly just easier when you go over with the oil, so that you know where to place your colors. And with the oil, the reason why I'm doing oil over acrylic is you can't put acrylic over oil. At least that's what I've learned in other videos I have seen. And the oil will really help define the details, like truly get those finer details in there. And that's the goal with this piece, is to make it as realistic as possible. Like, really put the time in, really focus on getting it exactly like the photo. And I do a really good job with the acrylic, with getting it really close for that. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for the acrylic underpainting. Is you don't have to get it like exactly fully detailed, but it is good to block in all of the darks and the lights and the simple details. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the acrylic part 1. I am going to do part 2 almost directly after this. Again, for you guys, it'll be almost instantaneous, like transition, but this took me for 4 days, maybe 5 days to complete. 2 days for the acrylic and about 3 days for the oil. So, but I've condensed it down as much as I can so that it's easier for you guys to watch and enjoy and to see how a painting grows. And I've said before in the grapefruit video as well as the tomato still life that all paintings will have a stage that you don't like, and they'll have a stage where you're almost afraid to continue, but it's not quite done. Now, my best advice for those stages is to just keep working through. If you have to take a break and you have to walk away, then do so. Walk away, go do something, go watch TikTok, go watch YouTube, go watch Netflix. Just get your eyes away from it and leave it for like 10-20 minutes, then come back, stand 10 feet away, look at it, because if it were in a gallery, that's about how far people stand from the painting. Not a lot of galleries allow you to like go right up to the paintings. So that's just my advice, is just take your time, focus on the values like I said at the beginning. I showed you the black and white version and then the normal version. The black and white is mainly for you to look at the values so that you know where to put your dark colors and you know where to put your light colors. And yeah, so I hope this helps. I hope you enjoy the rest of this. I understand it's a very long video, but I really, like I said, I really want to start doing my best to teach you guys what I know, because I've been an artist my whole life basically, and I don't have a lot of formal training except for high school and teaching myself with online classes and whatnot. So my best advice, the advice that I follow all the time, is just practice. Practice. If you don't want to like jump right into the still life with paints, draw it like a couple of times in your sketchbook. See what placement you like, and then once you find a placement that you like, you can move over to the canvas. I am using canvas paper for this one because I want to save the canvas panels and the canvas frames for other art. So this is going to be a holographic print when it is done, because I'm going to have a series of 3 still life holographic prints come available for my next launch, which is going to be June 1st. But yes. Anyway, away from that. I just really want you guys to succeed. I really want you to practice and focus and just do your best. It's okay if it doesn't come out perfect the first time. Just try again. Keep trying until you get it right. That's what I do. That's what I encourage other artists who are struggling. And I say, if you're struggling, that's okay. We all struggle with something at some point in our lives, and it's completely okay to not get it like the first time. So don't be hard on yourself if your first still life or your second still life or even if your fifth still life doesn't look that good. I've been drawing for years and I've been drawing still lifes for like, oh, I don't even know. But like, because when I was a kid, I would always draw like whatever was on the coffee table and the kitchen table. We used to have this bowl of fruit that I used to draw all the time. But yeah, just practice. That is the best advice, is just practice. And you'll get it eventually. So I hope this helps. I know I keep rambling and I say the same things over and over again, but I really hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you on part 2, which is gonna come live probably like the next day. So I hope you all are well, and I hope you stay well, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Alright guys, love you, bye. I'll admit, I am running out of ideas to paint, and I don't have that much fresh vegetables left to make a little, like, still life and take pictures of. That's what I did with the fresh vegetables I had. I no longer have that lemon. I used it. It was delicious. And the garlic is definitely gone. And I have maybe half a bag of the sugar snap peas left. But I am gonna look around the house probably and take photos of some cool things and then maybe put it to vote on Instagram or my Facebook and see, like, because that's how this one got voted for. Was I put it on my Facebook and my friends voted that they wanted it to become an oil painting. So That's why I'm turning it into an oil painting, but I'm doing the acrylic underpainting first because, as I said, it's easier when you go over with the oils. It is easier and it saves time, and that way you already have 90% of the values down already. You can do the other 10% with the oils, and it's basically done after that. My favorite part, I've only ever done one other oil painting, like oil over acrylic, and that video is labeled Firefly, and the oil just really defines all the lines and really gives it a really realistic looking feel to it. So, and I like the brush strokes in oils. When the brush strokes are, you can choose to either like leave the brush strokes showing, or you can like lightly feather blend it and make it all smooth. So yeah, I will try and figure out other things to paint, but I am running out of ideas. Steve Carell is definitely almost done. It's taking just as long, if not longer, than my first charcoal not first charcoal, but like, you know what I mean, the first charcoal I've done recently, the Alan Rickman one. So Steve Carell is scheduled and ready to go, and should be up around the same time that this video is up. I'm planning for that to happen. Hopefully it happens that way. But yes, as I said, Steve Carell is hopefully going to be uploaded around the same time that these two videos are, so hopefully all three of them will be up maybe on the same day. That's my goal. That is my goal. I will admit that it's gotten a lot harder now to keep up with uploading every week, but I am doing my best. I don't really know what else to say, so I really do hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you and your families are keeping busy and doing all sorts of fun things while being safe, and I'm desperate to get out of the house for like a weekend and go to the Catskill Mountains. That's what I really want to do, but I doubt that'll happen anytime soon, so we'll see. But yes, we are closing in on the end of this video. I love you all. Stay safe, stay well, and I will see you on part 2, which will be the oil over painting. Alright guys, stay safe.